Good evening. Happy Sunday night from Australia. This is going to be a real quick update. Apologies in advance for the for the cluttered look you're going to see on the stream. I just want to get this done, do a few other things, and then hit the sack so I can go back to work tomorrow morning. So this has been a bit of a rush job. Anyway, hopefully we'll get the information out on how I went this week. So you can see to the top right there. So what we made last week, as in the week just ended tonight, as of about 5 o'clock Australian time, made about $71.50 Australian dollars, which around about 44 US dollars. So the earnings so far for the year, nearly 113 Australian dollars. So that's what are we, 12th of January? So that's just over a week and a half. So yeah, up around $60 a week, which is going to equate to about $3,000. So yeah, that's going to work all right. So anyway, on the right hand side, I'll go through another screen. So these are the total earnings I've made so far. I've added. I didn't do much in the way of Uber Eats this week, so we're up to nearly $50 with that after the fuel taken out. Did a fair bit of spot trading. I did another video on that earlier this morning. Currently, as of 5 o'clock this afternoon, up about $58. So that's pretty decent. It does take time, but whatever. Recycling. Now, I wouldn't do my recycling day. I took all my cans and bottles and whatnot. The $1.20 is, as mentioned previously, is just stuff I found lying around as I'm going about my daily, whether I'm doing Uber Eats or doing my normal job or whatever. If I see a can or a bottle lying on the ground, and I'll just grab it, chuck it in the car, and add it to the total. As I've already said, yeah, I haven't resorted to dumpster diving yet. I'm not saying I won't, but at the moment, yeah, I'm just grabbing stuff as I see it lying around. Now the Bitcoin or the crypto added a little bit this week, so we're up to $1.09 that we've earned. That's earning crypto through using various apps. I will get around to making a video on the apps that I'm using, and I will add to the apps at some stage. My little Keno, my little gambling man, I didn't do any of that this week. I might do one tonight, so I didn't add to that. The surveys, that's gone up by about $4.20. You'll see on the next screen. Anyway, so without further ado, and let's try and keep this short and sweet, we'll go straight into so this little spreadsheet, very hard to read, I know. This is basically all the spot trading I've done for the week. You can see down the very bottom there, the balance I started with. I started with 479 USDT, which is essentially US dollars. And then top of the screen is what I finished at with my last trade at, I don't know what time it was, 2 o'clock, something like that. $514.99. So made a profit, 35.80 USDT, so 58.21. I think there's about 13 trades I've done in there. Some of them very, very quickly, within minutes I've made a 50 cents, made 80 cents or $1 or something and got out. Others I've had to hang on and make it, and wait for it to recover the losses I'm making to start with, if that makes sense. But basically, yes, it was a good week. I'll take $58 every week if I can do it. The actual time involved in doing this, I don't know. Like to say exactly. I probably should time myself so I can put it down to an hourly rate that I'm making. Not that that's important. This is stuff I do in my off time, or do in between jobs while I'm at work. I might buy something and do a few jobs at work, and then lunchtime I'll have another look, and if it's up or whatnot, I'll sell. Yes. Anyway, yeah. So if we go to the rather cluttered screen, so top left we've got earnings for top left is Uber Eats. The one next to it, $9.60, is DoorDash. Now, you add those two together, what does that give you? $32.34, something like that. Now, I used $24 in fuel. Now, that seems very high. Now, the reason behind that is I really didn't have time for doing deliveries and stuff. So, but I thought I'd better go out and do a couple. So, but essentially, I'd do one or two, then I'd have to, it poured with rain, so I came home, and then I went out a bit and did another one. Picked up nearby, but had to drive a couple of kilometres. So essentially, I did a lot more travel than what I would normally do. So, and having said that, when I do drive, even when it's raining here in Brisbane on a day like today, it's still warm enough for me to want to have the air conditioning going. This is side hustle money. This is not my my livelihood. I'm not gonna drive around and sweat. It's a few extra bucks. And I guess the other thing is, to quickly get this out tonight, I did want to fill the vehicle back up, because I basically start with a full vehicle, do whatever deliveries, and then refuel. It's not the most efficient way of doing it, but it just makes it easier for tax time, and it also it just gives me an indication on these summaries on just how much I've really made. Particularly because I use the car for private use as well as Uber Eats. You need to keep it all separate, and by doing it this way, I still keep a logbook, but it makes it a lot easier to work out exactly how much fuel was used, rather than working out percentages of business travel versus total travel multiplied by the fuel. It probably doesn't make sense, but anyway. So yeah, we didn't make much money, but all good. Now, with my earning crypto through using apps, up in the top middle there, didn't really do much of it this week, but I had a few that were pending payout from last week that didn't go through. So what did we get? 20 cents, 25 cents, 45, 55, 57. So 57 cents. No biggie. Not a lot of money. I didn't do much to earn it, so we'll put it there. We'll leave it in our Coinbase account. I have converted it all to Litecoin now, just to keep it all together. Surveys, I didn't really do. I only really tried one, and this was Friday night after I'd got home from work for the week. The ones I had done in the past week were with YouGov. The pay is just terrible with those guys. This is the first one that I've done with Octopus Group since or the first one, or the only one for the week. It took about 15 minutes, and they paid $4.20. So, what does that work out to? Say it took 20 minutes, $12 an hour. Sit in front of the computer. I was answering questions on domain names or domain types for the internet. It wasn't overly boring. Didn't take too long. Yeah. And then the cans, as we mentioned, picked up 12 cans. $1.20. So yeah. Anyway, that will, I think, pretty much do it for tonight. I'm pretty tired. It just goes with getting old and having to go to work 5 days a week, but end result, well, hopefully at the end of the year we'll be in a better financial position, and maybe I can work a little bit less. Anyway, that's the goal, whether that happens or not. Sorry it's been a bit jumbled. This little one, do have some plans for doing more videos because I don't want them to go too long. What are we going here? We're already just over 10 minutes. But I do want to talk about a lot of the different ways of earning, just on their own. And it could really almost equate to making a video every day. However, as mentioned, and as you can tell from the stream, this is new to me. Doing the stream, recording it, even just doing the basic layouts like I've done here. Yeah, it's time consuming, and hats off to the guys and girls that have YouTube channels that run them their own and do, these professional jobs. I guess if you've got the subscribers and you're making enough money, well, yeah, it could be a full-time job. I don't have hours to do this. I'm already spending more time on doing this than I'd probably like to, but I think it's gonna be interesting to keep going throughout the year. I'll just have to make the time, and who knows, get a million subscribers and make some coin. Well, I'll pay someone to do a professional job of the channel for me. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope you all have a good Sunday night wherever you are. And if you are a Monday to Friday worker like me, have a good working week. And I will put up a video or two during the week. And again, see you following Sunday, and we'll see how much more we've made. All right, have a good night, everyone.